When dealing with rebellious children, praying with fasting and intercession can bring divine intervention. Hannah prayed fervently for a child in 1 Samuel chapter 1, and God answered with Samuel, a prophet who changed a nation. In the same way, interceding for wayward children or strained marriage open the door for God to do what we cannot do. Intercession is also vital in breaking generational curses and spiritual patterns. Ezekiel 22 verse 30 shows God's desire for someone to stand in the gap. Family intercession breaks cycles of divorce, sicknesses, and poverty. If a spouse is unsafe or spiritually passive, intercession can shift their hearts towards God. It is not just asking for things, it's about standing in the gap with authority of Jesus. Family must also pray for their nations, their communities, their neighborhood, releasing God's will on earth as it is in heaven. A spiritual watchman watches over their home. Parents and leaders must use prayer as a daily weapon to cover, to protect, and to empower every member of their household. Praise and worship are powerful weapons that shift the atmosphere and invite God's presence. Psalms 22 verse 3 tell us that God inhabited the praises of his people. When family worship together, they create an environment where the enemy cannot dwell. In 2 Chronicles 20, King Jehoshaphat sent worshippers ahead of the enemy, and God caused confusion in the enemy's camp. The same principle applies in home. When tension arises between spouses or discouragement set in due to financial stress, turn on worship music and singing together can bring peace and drive out spiritual heaviness. Worship is especially effective in emotional warfare. When a family member is struggling with depression or fear, praise lift up their spirit and restore hope. Isaiah 61 verse 3 describes praise as a garment that replaces the spirit of heaviness. Children can be taught to use worship as a shield against anxiety, especially before exam or stressful event. Worship declares that God is still on the throne, regardless of what's happening around us. It helps families lift their eyes from the problem to the problem solver, making worship part of our daily routine, whether during meals, devotion, or before bed, build spiritual strength that no attack can easily break. The blood of Jesus is one of the most powerful spiritual weapons available to believers. Revelation 12:11 says, they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. The blood speaks protection, deliverance, and covenants. Applying the blood of Jesus over family members through prayer is like putting a spiritual shield around them. Just as the Israelites applied lamb's blood over their doorposts during Passover in Exodus chapter 12, verse 13. Believing family today can declare the blood of Jesus over their home, children, vehicles, and workplace. When facing sickness, generational curses, pleading the blood of Jesus break demonic legal right over them. It reminds the enemy that we belongs to Jesus, that his power of the enemy is defeated. For example, if a child is constantly battling nightmare or fear, parents can pray and anoint the room, declaring, I plead the blood of Jesus over this room, over my children's mind. If there's tension in marriage, speaking the blood of Jesus over relationship invites healing and peace. The blood also brings unity and forgiveness, cleansing past hurt and offenses. It is not a religious phrase. It is a weapon that declares this family is covered by the blood of Jesus. The enemy has no access to this family.